Hello there gorgeous gamers and welcome back to another Pure Play TV video review. And this time we've got Shing for PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch and PC. And I promise that's the only time I will go Shing in this entire review. Shing is an oddity and I'm a liar. Now that it's time to put my thoughts about the game into words, I'm still not sure where I stand with the game. It's not bad, but it's not brilliant. It's almost bad, but at the same time, it's almost brilliant. Shing is a story about a group of ninjas trying to save the world from evil demons. It's not Hollywood, or at least not mainstream Hollywood, and I wasn't pushing onwards to get the next bit of story. I was actually skipping the cutscene so I could get back to slashing the demons to death. It's a shame that the story couldn't pull me in, despite the obvious effort put into getting voice actors and mini cutscenes put together, and they're well done too, but it just wasn't for me. Before we go any further with this review, if you haven't already, please take a moment to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. Cheers my dears! Shing's gameplay is solid, and I don't just mean that it's mechanically sound, it's also actually solid. In a strange twist, the combat controls are mostly mapped to the right stick. It's actually quite slick, and while I struggled at first to pull off any decent kind of combo, I was quickly juggling my victims in the air and smashing them into the ground. Movement is obviously on the left stick, while dodging and blocking are mapped to the triggers. This is a little more standard, and I found it worked quite well with the right stick combat. But saying that, boy did my thumb get tired flicking that stick around. That's what she said. You can swap out your characters at any time by using the D-pad, and this is crucial. On normal difficulty, I found that I was dying a lot, and so swapping out a low health character for somebody with full health is a handy way to keep the gameplay moving without a game over screen. Something I appreciated. And to be fair, the characters are all worth trying out too. They're all unique and they come with their own weapons and attacks, and they've got their own voice lines, and it's quite funny to listen to them. And it's nice to change things up. Even though the combat is really cool and basically every 12-year-old boy's fantasy, young ninjas with potty mouths, it is a little samey after a while. That's to be expected though, as this is a retro style game in modern trappings. Your adventure takes you from the left hand of the screen all the way to the right. Rinse and repeat. And I can get behind that, I really can. I adored Streets of Rage 4, but Shing is just a little too long in the tooth. While there are only 7 stages, they do take an age to get through, especially if you find yourself dying often, like I did. Encounters with the bad guys tend to last far too long, and often feel drawn out for the sake of extending the playtime. Even kicking the difficulty down didn't help on that front, but I did die less often. I still died, mind you, but mainly during boss battles and when I was fighting large groups of annoying enemies. By that, I mean the little dweebs who throw bombs at you and then run away while their mate does the same thing. That kind of annoying. I still managed to enjoy the game for what it was, but I wouldn't have felt hard done by if the encounters were balanced a little more in my favour and a little shorter. Games like this are supposed to make us feel like overpowered idiots, not coin-pushing chumps at the arcade. I'm guessing that the younger players will find more here to enjoy than the old-timers like myself. The story is daft, but the characters are worth listening to, if only for the crude comments and bad jokes. I know that 15-year-old Chris would have loved Shing and its over-the-top Devil May Cry style gameplay with juvenile humour. 30-year-old me enjoyed the Devil May Cry gameplay, but stayed for the juvenile humour. Because I'm a juvenile. And that brings us to the end of this review. I really hope you enjoyed it and found something useful from it, or maybe just fell asleep listening to the sound of my voice. Apparently I've got a boring voice. That's some of the feedback we've had here on Pure Play TV. Thank you. If you did enjoy this video, please hit us with a like and subscribe. It really helps us and it will bring more stuff for you in return. How's that for a deal? Yeah, sweet. Until next time. Bye!